Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Got some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
And the Bears.
So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted. Many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordarrelle Patterson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Seahawks nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made by Robert.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
That's good.
An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On 3rd down, Wilson going right side here, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hatchet. Check.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Taken down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Here's 2nd and 2. On the give, this is Cohen, and he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Fournette, a first down carry, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Fournette on the carry.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 7, operating from the 34. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
And 10 at the 16-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Seahawks nothing.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Made by Robert Quinn. A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. And he completes it to Cohen. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They red zone coverage there, thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going up top for Miller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Agnew now to return. Pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of, but when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch you hate, watch you learn, can't relate. Watch you skirt out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murk, at the gate, on sight. Red, green, red, tight, set the bar, take flight.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Turn it. That's what we do. Other way. Let's go.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny.
Wilson.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know?
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Patterson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He's going to take another shot here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout.
A loss of
7 seconds left in the first half.
12 at the 29-yard line.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch me work.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Number 5, the ball.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Intercepted. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny. His second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Eluding the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Roethlisberger will throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
24-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You ain't doing nothing today. Takes both of them. Deuce. Alert, alert.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Roethlisberger's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Coming to you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41, Bears 7. Michael Dixon to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
A gain of 19 yards.
Right back to him on 1st down. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now the second down throw on target. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
On the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
They'll run it again with Penny. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Adams there on the tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff looking right. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
A gain of 50.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
No spacing. Switch. Shoot. He's coming. Double up.
Now a handoff looking right. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Another carry.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
The tackle made by Jordan Brooks. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 on the Seahawks 30.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Chicago.
And now here's a carry heading left. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Tackle made at the
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff as they run left side. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
The tackle made
that right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Black 20. Mike 54. I know he ain't got it. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey. Kill.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about it.